Hi, I'm Frank Borelli from Officer.com, the editor. Sorry, I'm getting my act together as I start this. I'm kind of irked by what I'm talking about today, and that's this ban that the NFL has decided they need to have on off-duty firearms carrying guns in stadiums. Recently, it's been in the news. You see, the NFL has decided it doesn't want off-duty officers carrying firearms at games. Typically, when we hear such news, we automatically, or at least I automatically think, the NFL is probably talking about the off-duty municipal or county officer. Many of us think that's okay. Why would the officer want to carry a firearm at the game anyway? Here's my challenge. If the NFL wants to ban off-duty officers from carrying at games, I hope they realize that a policy has to apply to law enforcement officials no matter who they work for. So we're talking about cities, towns, counties, states, federal government. So is the NFL really banning FBI agents, DEA agents, ATF agents, U.S. Marshals, Border Patrol agents, immigration agents, and virtually every criminal investigative service agent in the country from carrying a firearm into that stadium? Was that their intent? I think the NFL probably feels it's a good idea not to have common duty, off-duty officers at games where alcohol is often consumed and emotions can run high. The NFL probably thinks it's a good idea to keep those off-duty officers in the sports bars where, alcohol is consumed and emotions probably run high. I don't see a huge difference except for the number of people. Let's be realistic. Law enforcement professionals are human. We are imperfect beings. That acknowledged, we've got more than one example of NFL players that are not perfect. They're far from perfect. They make mistakes. I understand the concern of having a potential problem in a huge bowl filled with thousands of people if one or more of them decides to go on a rampage. My question is, when was the last time that happened? Anybody from the NFL, you let me know. When was the last time several dozen people got killed at an NFL game by somebody who flipped off and went on a rampage? I can't find a record of such. Well, let's think about this. When was the last time a terrorist group decided to attack a large structure full of people? Mall in Kenya? The Twin Towers in New York? The Pentagon? I know, I'm just being unrealistic. Terrorists would never think to attack a professional stadium, right? There's no reason to think that they would do that. After all, there's so much security, so many police officers, and wait a minute. By banning off-duty officers from carrying guns in NFL games, the NFL's managed to effectively do two things. Reduce the number of trained, aware, and armed good guys at the games who might prevent or inhibit the effectiveness of an attack. And they've also probably, and this might actually be of greater concern to the NFL because it's about money, they might have reduced the number of paying attendees because I know a bunch of officers who won't go to games if they can't take their weapon with them, their firearm. For a lot of them, their general orders require them to be armed off-duty. So the NFL has put them in a position of either pay their money and go to the game and violate their general orders, or go someplace else to watch the game where they can go with their firearm and be in compliance with their general orders. I really think the NFL needs to rethink this policy. This is just stupid from the get-go. We're cops. We're not perfect, but we're cops. It's what we do. We're the good guys. Why would you not want more of us around? Your policy is going to reduce the number you have around and the effectiveness of those who still do come around. NFL, think about it.